Hello and welcome to Pedalboards of Doom News. Lee is not feeling very well today, so I am your substitute newscaster for the day, Josh. I hope you're all doing very well today. This is my debut or first news segment, so let's crack on and I hope I don't make any mistakes. First up, I am cheating because I'm looking at my phone right now, which has everything that I need to know and get the full detail of all of these pedals and items in the description box below. First up, we have Catalinbread. Catalinbread have always done some really good looking pedals that look totally different to anything out there, and they've beaten themselves, I think, with this, the Cloak, Reverb and Shimmer pedal. Now I think the actual figure that is on this looks absolutely wicked, especially with having the LED light in the middle. It's $178.49 in the Black Friday pricing, so I suggest that you get that now for about $30 cheaper.
Quick maths!
You've got room style reverb, which is at the heart, but then you've also got the shimmer. There's 3 orders of harmonics on this pedal that can creep in, and they will be utilised within the trails of your sound, so it's definitely going to work better on a clean channel. Also offers true bypass, so you can make sure that you get the full 100% of your tone. And it also, what I quite like is once you turn it off, it keeps the decay going and keeps the trails going, so especially if you want to have a nice sort of transition between segments in your songs, this could really be good for you. And I think for the price that it is, I think that's an absolute steal. Next up, we have the Ether Modulated Reverberator. This isn't a reverb special, we're not doing just reverb pedals, I promise you, but this is another reverb pedal. So at the moment this is $209 online from Solid Gold FX. This is one of their new modulated reverb pedals. Did the title of that give it away? I don't think it did. So what can you get with this pedal for your $209? The way they describe it, with a long ambient reverbs and infinite hold. So when you hold down on the clicky button, that's what it's technically called, the clicky button, you can hold that reverb for as long as you like, which I think is really, really cool. I quite like that feature myself. It also has a selectable shimmer effect, vibrato, tremolo and harmonic effects within the wet signal, and you can program that with the tap tempo on the pedal as well. Can you imagine being able to put that to a tap tempo and then holding that? I think that'd be really cool. There's a sawtooth, sine and special waveform modes within the pedal. If you're a player that tends to use things like synthesizer pedals, you'll be used to using sawtooth and the different variations of the waveform, so using that within the pedals would also be fantastic. You've got speed ramping, so you can adjust the speed to that as well. We've also got top mounted jacks, and they are handmade in the lovely place of Canada. Now I know you Americans don't like some Canadians, but this is what it's all about. So next up, I had to read this 6 or 7 times to try and understand what it does. I think I know what it is now. I'm not sure, but I'm going to do my best to bring it across to you anyway. So this is from Industrial Electric, and we have something called the System 46. I'm going to read this word for word so I don't bring this across to you in the wrong manner, but it will have a little picture thing of the description here, and you'll probably see a nice video sweep at some point as well. So the System 46 is an analog VCO. So what does VCO stand for, I hear you say? So VCO stands for Voltage Controlled Oscillator, because we all knew what that was. This tricks the incoming signal's phase and locks onto it. It then splits the oscillator signal into a dual or single harmonic voice with 2 distinct channels. System 46 is comprised of an analog VCO with a single harmonic voice or dual harmonic voices, split into 2 channels with mixed controls and extensive control over the synth parameters. And then we have dual amplification stages for each harmonic voice path. So basically I believe that you can change the way that each signal path is voiced, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It has 2 separate wave shapers with LDR control and custom spotlight attachment. So LDR stands for light dependent resistor. I guess it's very similar to LED. Hyper ring modulator with modulation phase modes. A pulsar, which is a primitive tremolo. I do like a good tremolo. Like the video if I'm doing well. Don't dislike it, please. System stability control for full system function or full system destruction. Disconnect function to the input signal and use the System 46 as a full out chaos synth on its own. And it's 9-volt powered. So what I can basically understand from this pedal is that it's almost like a synth pedal, but it sends the signal down through 2 different channels, and you can change the voicing on each channel. So you can probably make some really weird cool effects. It is on the higher pricey side of $420, but I think what you're getting for that $420 is actually quite good value for money in terms of how much that you can actually do with that. Next, we have something called the pill pedal. Now, this is not a pedal that will stop your wife or girlfriend from becoming pregnant. Now, they do have a mono and a stereo pill. What this does is, and they say, and I quote, and what they say about the pedal is that every pedal is handmade. Crucial parts are hand selected, measured and matched, and finally the pedal is calibrated by ear. And so all it does is its core purpose, and that's an analog true bypassed noise gate, or 3 knobs, as it doesn't need any more than that. Like most sort of gates, you've got a release, you've got depth, and you've got something that they call trigger. So the release obviously is just the duration of the ducking from short to long. Then we've also got depth, so you can choose the actual volume level, and then you've got trigger, which is the sensitivity, so it works very similar to other noise gates. My time available is simply limiting the number of pedals that I can build. That's directly from the creator. As of currently, as this video is being filmed, they have 3 left of the mono, and you can obtain this for $315 plus $15 shipping, and it will be shipped to you in January 2022. And in the stereo, they have 2 left, and the stereo will cost you $355, and that will also be coming to you in January with shipping of £15. Depending on what sort of rig you run, you could get the mono, or if you're in a stereo rig, for the extra $40. So that's a quick roundup on Pedalboards of Doom news. Hopefully I've done everything I can to make this as informative and useful as possible for my first news segment here on Pedalboards of Doom. Have I said Pedalboards of Doom enough? I don't think I have. I also want to point out that I don't usually look like one of the 3 Musketeers. This is for Movember. So, thank you for joining me on the Pedalboards of Doom news. I have been your host, Josh. You can find me at the Corona Mortis on Instagram. Make sure you like the video, make sure you hit the notification bell to get alerted whenever we upload a video. Make sure you're subscribed if you are new here. We do a lot of videos all week on different pedals for different budgets, and also make sure you check out the Pedalboards of Doom Facebook page. Once again, I've been Josh, this is Pedalboards of Doom news, and we will see you again very soon.